Hello, hello. Welcome to your practice today. We are going to get right into it. This morning I woke up feeling particularly tight in my neck and my shoulders, really just like my whole back body. So I thought we could just do a well-rounded practice for the mornings when you feel like you just need to completely loosen up. So let's get right into it. Come onto your hands and knees. We're just going to start by moving and linking the breath with the movement. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest for cow pose. And then exhale, rounding the back, pressing the ground away, cat pose. And again, inhale, lift the chest. Feel your shoulders drop back so your collarbone goes wide. And then exhale, drop your head, press the ground away, round into the back body. And one more time, inhale, look up. And exhale to round. Perfect. Come back to a neutral spine. Take your right leg straight back behind you. Tuck your toes under. And then bring that right foot over to the left side of your mat or even off your mat and peek over your left shoulder until you feel the opening down the right side of the body. And we'll just take a couple deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, inhale fully and exhale. Good. Now extend that right leg straight back again. Now you're going to spin the right heel down. Take your left shin bone and bring it kind of out to the side like a kickstand. Now you can take your right hand up in the supported side plank. Good. Rotate your right palm to face, I guess like kind of the wall behind you towards the top of your head, and reach that right arm up and over. Now this is a great place to stay. There's also the option, if you'd like, to float the right leg up. And if you're doing so, engage your belly, create some stability there. Maybe even bend the right foot, or the right knee rather, reach back for your right foot, coming into a little bit of a thigh stretch. So again, these are just options to add on. You can always keep the right foot on the ground. So wherever you are, taking one more breath. And then come back to hands and knees. We'll do that on the other side. Left leg extends back, toes are tucked. Bring the left foot over to the right. Peek over your right shoulder. A couple breaths here, opening into the left side body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Good. Now bring the left leg straight back again. Take that right shin bone, kick it back behind you. Spin your left heel down. So right hand, right knee, left heel are kind of like in a straight line. And then that left arm goes up. Good. Spin the palm to face the wall behind you. Stretch up and over. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, maybe play around with floating that left leg. Option 3, thigh stretch. Reach back for the foot. And again, wherever you are is perfect. Just focus on your breath in and out through the nose. For one more deep breath in. And out. Perfect. Slowly release. Come back to all fours. Toes tuck under. Lift the hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. So this first downward dog of your practice and probably maybe of your day, just move around a bit. Bending one knee at a time, stretching the opposite heel down. Shake out your head, yes and no. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. So again, this practice is just about really starting to feel good and loosen up. And then begin to find stillness. Press a little bit more firmly through those hands. Soft bend in the knees so you can lift the hips all the way up and back. Feel that length in the spine. Take a big breath in. This time open your mouth, exhale it out. One more like that. Inhale through your nose. Open the mouth. And then dropping down to hands and knees. Bring your shoulders slightly forward of your wrists, gazing forward past the top of your mat, and slowly, slowly elbows bend back, lower to your belly for Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Forearms are parallel to each other. Press down firmly into the tops of your feet. Engage your belly by drawing navel toward the spine to protect your lower back. And then keep pressing into the palms and forearms to lift up the chest. Now, energetically, you want to pull your elbows back towards your hips. Your arms aren't really going to move, but it creates sort of a tugging action that helps your heart to melt forward. And then we'll just stay here for a breath. Sometimes I even like to add like a little bit of movement here, especially if it's in the morning when I feel like I'm trying to get into all the parts. I'll gently let one ear toward one shoulder, chin to chest, opposite ear toward the other shoulder. So just these kind of half neck rolls, if that feels good to you. You don't have to do this. Good. And then if you're having neck movement, come back to neutral. Stack your hands, bring your forehead onto the hands there, and then bend the knees and swish your legs left and right. And then from here, press up and back, downward dog. All right, we're going to take the right leg, lift it up, and then see if you can step your right foot outside of your right hand. So you're going to step the right foot wide. Nice. And then with the left hand, I like to come up onto fingertips. It just gives me a little bit more space. You can also stay on the flat palm either way. And then the right arm comes up. We're going to do some big arm circles here, reaching the right arm around in one direction. And then opposite direction. Good. Now take your right hand back down to the mat. Your left heel is going to spin down to the floor. Keep your right knee bent. Your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. And then start to walk your hands off the left, towards the upper left corner of your mat there. They can come off the mat. Drop your head down. So your upper body is almost like downward dog. And now your lower body is kind of like a warrior two legs. And for me, this gets nice into that right hip, that right inner thigh. So you're pressing the ground away with your hands or fingertips, stretching your hips back. Take one more big breath in and out. Perfect. Hands come back to the center there underneath your shoulders. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose, top of a push-up. You can skip this and go straight to down dog or lower down, bend your elbows. Drop your knees if you need to. Inhale, cobra. And then we'll all meet downward dog. And then just take a moment to reset. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Left foot steps wide outside of left hand. Perfect. Right hand flat or fingertips. And then twist left arm up. Start to circle the arm. One direction. And the other. Good. Put the left hand back down. Spin the right heel to the floor. And then walk your hands, your fingertips off the upper right corner of your mat. Drop your head so your ears are in line with your biceps. And then reach your hips back. Let your torso be long. Try to keep the left knee over the left ankle. And breathe. Relax your jaw, your eyes. And then take your hands back onto your mat so they're under your shoulders. And again, you can move through that flow of chaturanga. That's the lowering down by bending the elbows. Inhaling to cobra. And then downward dog. You can always skip that and go straight to downward dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, walk your hands back to meet your feet. And drop your head down, grab your elbows. And maybe sway from side to side. Good. From here, you're going to drop onto your knees. Keep your toes, ooh, that was my knee. Keep your toes tucked under and sit back onto your heels. So coming into a toe stretch here. It can feel very intense. See how this feels to you. If it's too much, you can just untuck the toes. Otherwise, try to stay here. Keep the toes tucked. We're going to inhale the arms up. I'll face you. You could cactus your arms and then take your right arm underneath your left for eagle arms. Good. Lift the elbows, bring them over to the right. Look over to the left. If this is too much, if your hands can't clasp at the second time, just hold onto your shoulders there. And then come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, left arm goes underneath the right. So you can see if you can crisscross one more time toward the wrist, or else just hold the shoulders. And then bring your arms to the right as you gaze to the left. Good. And then back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down onto your thighs. Now you can untuck the toes. And for a moment, just close your eyes here. And just starting to feel your body now. Hopefully it's starting to feel a bit more warm and loose. Take a second for your breath to slow down. Deep inhale. Complete exhale. And then from there, come back into downward facing dog. And this time, we're going to lift the right foot into the air, three-legged dog, and step the right foot between the hands. Spin your back heel down. So your right heel, if you drew a line back, it's almost lined up with the center of your left arch. Warrior two pose. We're going to come up. Reach the arms long and wide from the shoulders. Bend into that right knee. And just for a second, close your eyes. See if you can feel into your body. Where can you find a bit more stability? So really push down into your feet. Lunge deeply. Engage your belly. Draw the navel in and up. And then relax your shoulders. So you find that stability and then you find a little bit of softness. When you're ready, let your eyes open. We're going to flip the right palm up. Peaceful warrior, left hand to left thigh. Reach all the way up and back. Good. Come back into warrior two. Now we're just going to link that with breath. So inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior two. This time, reach back and straighten the right leg. Good. And then come into triangle pose. Right arm reaches all the way forward. You can place your right hand onto your shin or onto the floor or even a block if you have one handy. And then left arm goes straight up towards the sky. Now, if this bothers your neck to look up at your left hand, you can keep your gaze down towards your right foot or somewhere in the middle. So you choose. And then 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhale. Pressing into all 4 sides of your feet. Trying to push the ground away with your right hand and spin your chest open. One more breath in and out. Good. Now come on up. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. Forward fold with wide legs, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold down, maybe bend in the knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And just a little bit right to left. And then if you'd like, come back to center and walk the hands back as you let your head fall down. So just notice if a lot of the weight is back into your heels. Can you shift and feel a bit more weight into the ball of the foot? Your head is nice and heavy. Maybe gently shake it yes and no. And then just enjoying this bit of an inversion. Good. One more breath here. And then we're going to bring the hands out under the shoulders again. Come to a flat back. And from here, just walk your hands to the top of the mat. And step back, downward dog. You can stay in downward dog, or if you'd like, move into a plank pose. Bend your elbows for chaturanga. Inhaling for cobra. And then we all meet in downward dog. On your next breath, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Step left foot between the hands. Warrior 2. The back heel spins down. The inhale takes you up. Arms stretch out wide. The exhale, you settle. Now again, I like to close my eyes so I can kind of feel into this a little bit. See where I can create the strength, the stability, and feel into where I can soften and relax. Another breath here to feel the balance between those two qualities. And then we'll flip the left palm. Right hand to right thigh. Flip the left palm. Did I say left or right? I don't even know. Anyways, left palm flips, right hand down and reach back. Big breath here. And then we'll come back to warrior 2. Now we're going to just do that movement with breath. On the next inhale, reach back again. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior 2. This time, inhale, reach back. Straighten the left leg. Big breath here. And take it into triangle pose. Left hand to the shin, to the block or the floor. Right arm straight up. See where you'd like to look so that it feels good on your neck. And then reconnect with your breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Good, come back up. I'm gonna turn around to face you again, but you can simply turn your toes to the long edge of your mat. Parallel the feet, and this time interlace your hands behind your back. So if you can't get this grip here, you can hold onto a towel, a t-shirt, or a strap if you have it. Otherwise, fingers are interlaced. Bend your elbows. Roll your shoulders up and back. Start to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you inhale, look up, lift the chest. And exhale takes you down. Coming into that forward fold with wide legs. Prasarita Padottanasana. Head is heavy. Press into all four sides of the feet. Reaching the arms up and over for another inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Let your hands drop down. Walk them forward. Lift your belly, lift your chest. Find that flat back. And then walk your hands around to the top of the mat. Pivot your feet. Step back, downward dog. Maybe you rest in a child's pose. Or if you like a bit more movement, find that flow, vinyasa, plank pose, chaturanga, cobra, inhale, and downward dog or child's pose, exhale. Taking 3 breaths. And just giving yourself permission to find stillness. But then to notice that subtle energy moving through your body. The warmth, the blood flow. So nice. All right, from here, we're going to come into pigeon. You can do this from hands and knees. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Your right foot kind of wiggles over towards the left side of your mat, and then inch your left leg back. Yes. Now, feel free to stay in an upright pigeon or come down into a fold. Now, if you feel pain or pressure in the right knee, you can always do this on your back. So for those of you that are staying here, just stay and breathe. And for those that want to come to your back, you can lie down, cross right ankle over right thigh, and stay like this, or bring the legs in and then hold on to the left thigh. So this is another great option. Whichever shape you're in, whether it's on your back, supine, or forward folding, prone, take 3 more breaths. Another inhale. And exhale. And last one. Good. If you're in the forward folded pigeon, come back to straight arms. Tuck your back toes so you can lift your hips. Get that right foot out of there. Maybe a downward dog to kind of pedal out. And if you're doing this on your back, just hug your knees to your chest and rock a bit from side to side. And then we'll do this from on the other side. Left knee behind left wrist. Left foot is over a little bit towards the right side of the mat. And then lower your right knee, but see if you can inch it back just a bit. And then fold forward. And if you're doing this on your back, left ankle crosses over the right thigh, possibly bringing the legs towards you to hold on to the right thigh. So for a morning practice, I like to move a little bit, add a little bit more flow, and then just settle in for a couple of these kind of longer, more passive yin poses. Once I feel like the blood is flowing a bit and my body is warmed up, and then I'll settle in for maybe 2 or 3 poses there. And again, my goal is to keep these videos on a bit of a shorter side, just because I find as a busy person, which most of us are, it just makes it a bit more accessible when it's like 15 or 20 minutes and you really know you can always fit that in. Good. If you're on your back, hug your knees to your chest. If you're folded forward, come back to straight arms, toes tuck, downward dog. And then we'll meet on our backs. So if you're already there, just stay. And if you're not there, come on down. And left leg is going to extend long. Hug the right knee in. Big inhale. And then exhale. Take that right knee, cross it over your body using your left hand to guide it. And spinal twist. Right arm reaches out to the right. You can look straight up or turn to look over your right shoulder. This feels so good. Breathing in and out. Soften the right shoulder down towards the floor. Maybe even letting your eyes close. Perfect. Come back to center. Draw the right knee in and bring the left knee in to meet it. Move a little from side to side, circling the knees. And then keep the left knee drawing in as you extend your right leg. And cross the left knee over to the right. Use the right hand to guide the leg. And the left arm reaches straight out from the left shoulder. It's nice when your spine cracks a bit in this pose, at least for me. But see how this feels for you, either looking straight up or to the left. Left shoulder gets heavy. Breath is slow but complete. Big inhales, big exhales. And then come back to center slowly. Both knees hug in. Happy baby pose. Separate the legs. See if you can grab the outer edges of the feet. If that's not available, you can grab the ankles or even the backs of the thighs. Not the most flattering pose, but it's a good one. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. Rock left and right. Sometimes I like to bend one knee more deeply and start to straighten the opposite leg. So you can just play around with these shapes and see what feels good to you. And then when you're ready, either lying down on your back, or if you prefer sitting, you can come up to a seated pose and just take a couple minutes for yourself to find stillness. Again, like I've said, feel the energy running through the body. Feel yourself really soaking up that energy that you created. And just thinking, what from this practice do you want to take into your day? What kind of energy do you want to bring with you off of the mat and into your day? And then you can stay here as long as you'd like. Enjoying the stillness. And thank you all for practicing with me. I'll see you again next time. Have a great day.